Welcome back. On Wednesday, the 24th of July, President Muhammad Buhari swore in Justice Ibrahim Tanko Mohammed as the substantive Chief Justice of Nigeria. The swearing-in ceremony was held at the Council Chamber of the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Justice Mohammed's swearing-in comes after his recommendation by the National Judicial Council and his confirmation by the Senate. After the short swearing-in ceremony, here's what the CJN had to say.
You see, we are still learning, but I'm proud to say that Nigerian judiciary, I'm sure, is one of the best in Africa. Now, if you take a look at our judicial officers, all of us are fully trained, and all of us are almost at intervals going on courses, so that we remind ourselves of the ethics that is binding on us. Therefore, we pray that with the cooperation of the citizens of this country, Nigerian judiciary will be a very big judiciary, and we hope it will be successful during our tenure.
On what Nigerians can look forward to under his tenure, especially as regards the war against graft, the CJN says petitions can be sent to him, but petitioners must be ready to substantiate same.
Well, of course, we are supporting the government in fighting the corruption because we interpret the law and we come with better interpretations even. If there is any case which is pending, and I tell you that we have been speeding up any case that has to do with the allegation of corruption. We speed it up so that if somebody requests to go to jail, he'll go to jail. And that's the end of it. And we will see that all this transcends down to the lower ebb of the judiciary, so that even the area courts, the magistrate courts, will see what we do, and they will be bound by what we do. And I'm telling you that the judiciary under my watch, inshallah al-Karim, will be better, and the issues of all this kind of corruption, I will ask you people and any other person who knows about it, please let him write to me or let him have contact with me. Tell me. But remember, the thing that is difficult is once we ask you to substantiate, you will be able to substantiate. Don't just make a hollow allegation that we have had, we have done. Be sure that you are quite in possession of your facts, and you'll be able to establish when we ask you to establish your allegation.
I was discharged by duties.
And on Friday, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Mohammed, swore in Justice John Soho as the acting Chief Judge of the Federal High Court. Justice Soho's swearing in is coming over 24 hours after the seat of the head of the Federal High Court was declared vacant. The former Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice Adamu Kafarati, retired from the bench on attaining the mandatory retirement age of 65.
And just before we go, the immediate past Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami SAN, has spoken about some of the prosecutions and recoveries of assets made by his ministry while he served during the first term of President Muhammadu Buhari. He spoke at the Senate screening for ministerial nominees on Friday.
In terms of the fight against terrorism, I am happy to state that we have succeeded. Within the time I was accorded an opportunity to be the Attorney General of the Federation to conclude 63 terrorism cases and secured 59 convictions out of the 63 terrorism cases that were handled. We have taken cost-effective measures in terms of administration of justice. And I'm happy to report that we have succeeded in saving the federal government of Nigeria 145 billion naira through the defense of cases relating to claims against the federal government. In terms of dollars, we have equally succeeded in saving the federal government $5 billion within a period of 3 years through successful defense of cases associated with such claims. In terms of civil prosecution of cases, I'm equally happy to report that we have succeeded in prosecuting over 1,141 cases. And then, through the cost-effective mechanisms that were put in place, only 2 of those cases were farmed out. The cases were locally prosecuted by lawyers in the chambers of the Attorney General of the Federation. Your Excellency, the President, in terms of criminal cases as well, we have succeeded over the period of 3 to 4 years in prosecuting over 12,412 cases. In 2015, for example, we prosecuted and handled 2,617 cases. In 2016, 2,933 cases. In 2017, 108, in addition to cases that were one way or the other concluded through other processes. By way of recovery of public funds, Your Excellency, the President of the Senate, distinguished members, I am happy to report as well that during the modest period I served as the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, we increased the balance in the federal government of Nigeria recovery accounts from 19 billion as it was as at the time we came into office, which was as of 29th May 2015, from 19 billion to 279 billion 389 million as at 22nd November 2018. Mr. President, that translates to 1,329% increase in recoveries.
Another topical question came from the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Eyinaya Abaribe.
Section 36, 37, 38, 39, all the way to, I think, 44, puts all the rights of Nigerians, including you, there. And as Attorney General, I'm sure you are the person who guarantees the rights of Nigerians. And so I want to ask you, why? Or would you be able to explain to Nigerians why you, as Attorney General, has not been able to guarantee the rights of those Nigerians who have been granted bail and are still in custody?
I concede that I have a responsibility, or I have had a responsibility as the Attorney General of the Federation to protect individual rights. But looking at the provisions of Section 174 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I want to reiterate and state further that the office of the Attorney General is meant to protect public interest, and where the individual interest conflicts with the public interest, the interest of 180 million Nigerians that are interested in having this country integrated must naturally prevail. And I think that, yes, and I think that position has been very well captured by the Apex Court that has stated in the case of Asari, Alhaji Asari Dokubo, but the federal government of Nigeria, that where an individual interest conflicts the public interest naturally prevails.
Mr. Malami's position is on all fours with that of the president, who had last year said that the rule of law must be subject to the supremacy of the nation's security and national interest, a position that continues to elicit strong reactions in the polity. Well, that's our program this week. You can watch it again on our YouTube channel. Kindly give us feedback via any of our social media handles. I'm Shola Shoyeli. Thank you for watching.